Do you know what the Turing test is?
Yeah, I know what the Turing test is. It's when a human interacts with a computer, and if the human doesn't know they're interacting with a computer, the test is passed.
If that test is passed, you are dead center of the greatest scientific event in the history of man.
If you've created a conscious machine, it's not the history of man. That's the history of gods.
The study of mechanical or formal reasoning began with philosophers and mathematicians in antiquity. With increased proficiency in mathematical logic, Alan Turing developed the theory of computation, which states that a machine, by shuffling symbols as simple as 0 and 1, could simulate any conceivable act of mathematical deduction. This insight, that digital computers can simulate any process of formal reasoning, along with concurrent discoveries in neurobiology and cybernetics, made researchers consider the possibility of building an electronic brain. The term artificial intelligence is often used to describe machines, or computers, that mimic cognitive functions that humans associate with the human mind. In order to emphasize that the intelligence of machines doesn't have to be an imitation or in any way artificial, the term synthetic intelligence is also used by some scientists. For example, just like synthetic diamonds, which are created in a laboratory and have the same chemical and physical properties as natural diamonds, that only form under very high conditions of pressure and temperature, below the Earth's mantle, over periods of billions of years. The human brain, however, is far more complicated. Even with a complete neuronal emulation, the emergent properties and functions of this neural network are mystifying, and the result is broadly referred to as the human mind. The mind is a set of faculties including cognitive aspects such as consciousness, imagination, perception, thinking, intelligence, judgment, language and memory, as well as non-cognitive aspects such as emotion and instinct. Researchers focus particularly on intelligence, and in the 21st century, following concurrent advances in computer power, large amounts of data, and theoretical understanding, AI techniques have become an essential part of modern society. For this reason it is referred to as the Fourth Industrial Revolution, and scientists laid out 3 stages in which AI could develop. Stage 1. Machine learning. ML is the study of computer algorithms that improve automatically through experience. Machine learning algorithms build a model, based on sample data, in order to make predictions or decisions without being explicitly programmed to do so. Many currently existing systems claim to use artificial intelligence and are likely operating as a narrow AI, focused on a specific problem, thus are known as artificial narrow intelligence. Cortana, Alexa, and Siri are all examples of very narrow weak AI, as they operate within a limited predefined range of functions, evidenced by vexatious results if tested outside the limits of the application. They do not implement parts of minds, they use natural language processing, together with predefined rules. In 2020, OpenAI developed GPT-3, a language model capable of performing many diverse tasks without specific training. It is considered by some to be too advanced to classify as a narrow AI system. Stage 2. Machine intelligence, or artificial general intelligence, refers to a computer that is as smart as a human. General intelligence is among the field's long-term goals. Many tools are currently used, including search optimization, artificial neural networks, and methods based on statistics and probability. The most difficult problems for computers are informally known as AI complete, implying that solving them is equivalent to the general aptitude of human intelligence, or strong AI. A popular discussed approach to achieving general intelligent action is whole brain emulation. A low-level brain model is built by scanning and mapping a biological brain in detail, and copying its state into a computer system. The computer runs a simulation model so faithful to the original, that it will behave in essentially the same way as the original brain, and for all practical purposes, indistinguishably. Whole brain emulation is discussed in computational neuroscience, in the context of brain simulation for medical research purposes, but it is also discussed in artificial intelligence research as an approach to strong AI. Stage 3. Machine consciousness, also called artificial super-intelligence. Consciousness, at its simplest, is sentience or awareness of internal or external existence. Despite millennia of analyses, definitions, explanations and debates by philosophers and scientists, consciousness remains puzzling and controversial, being at once the most familiar yet the most mysterious aspect of human lives. Opinions differ about what exactly needs to be studied and explained as consciousness. At times, it is synonymous with the mind, but also contemplated as the world of introspection, of private thought, imagination and volition. Some scientists have predicted that humans and machines will merge into cyborgs that are more capable and powerful than both. This idea, called transhumanism, is a philosophical movement that advocates for the transformation of the human species by developing and making widely available sophisticated technologies, which may eventually be able to transform them into different beings, with abilities so greatly expanded from their current condition. The culmination of this stage is a hypothetical situation called the technological singularity, in which this superintelligent system will eventually enter a runaway reaction of self-improvement cycles, each new and more intelligent generation appearing more and more rapidly, causing an explosion in intelligence and resulting in a powerful mind that qualitatively far surpasses all human capacities. It has also been suggested that if AI systems rapidly become superintelligent, they may take unforeseen actions or outcompete humanity. Researchers have argued that by way of an intelligence explosion, a self-improving AI could become so powerful as to be unstoppable by humans. The AI does not hate you, nor does it love you, but you are made out of atoms which it can use for something else. As menacing as this sounds, this threat is so distant for the current generation, it seems more like an existential problem that only adds to the sense of disorientation, confusion and anxiety in the face of an apparently meaningless or absurd world. From anthropogenic causes like global governance, overpopulation and environment degradation, to external factors such as an impact event, supervolcanic eruptions or the arrival of extraterrestrial lifeforms, artificial intelligence seems like the most palpable future the humankind can create to control its existence.